right? And then he comes back and caps it off with, but you're called too, right? He starts out with, I'm called, and he explains to you what he's called to, and you're going, yeah, Paul, go. Yeah, you do it. Yeah. And then it's like, hold on, wait a minute, but I'm called? I'm called to that too? And so we kind of looked at that last week. This week we're going to look at that message in the middle. So we're going to start in chapter 1, starting in verse 1. We'll just cruise through it here. Paul, a bondservant of Jesus Christ. We talked a lot about that last week. Called as an apostle, set apart for the gospel of God. So one of the things we're going to catch in this, so it's verse 1, we have of God. If we cruise down to verse 3, we have his son according to the flesh. Later in verse 4, we have the Son of God. So we see Christ in both his workings, right? As man, the Son of Man, and as God, the Son of God, right? We see his deity and his humanity. So the gospel is laid out in these very first verses as something flowing out from the Father, from the Son who lived as a human and the Son who was actually God. And then the third part, it says in verse, is it 5? Nope, the end of 4, that it's going on but according to the Spirit of holiness. So interestingly, in this little teeny package of a couple verses, we're seeing that we're called to something